Yeah, hello. Well, Saturday morning, I'm going through my new practices. I'm calling them daily video lenses. And what this is just a way for me to focus on my day. And I start this is new for me over the last 30 days of starting a new practice in the morning and making it mine. And so like one of the things that I'm noticing is when I hear things a couple of times and I don't know what they mean, is to pay attention to them. And so what I've noticed like this morning is that I've downloaded a book called The Language and the Pursuit of Happiness. And I've heard that there's people out there that are working at it. And I'm looking for a group. I'm looking to create a group. I'm looking to be part of a group. I'm looking to be a part of a specific group. And as a CEO, as a business owner for the last 15 years, since I've been at the age of 28, I started my own business and I am 43 today. And through that time, I've basically produced revenue into the company of over $48 million. And on average, the ability to take home has been more than 20% profitability in a heavy, intensive labor market in the oil and gas. In that is like in my area, if I'm going to live here with my family, that area of oil and gas is shrinking. And so I have to do something new. I have to create a new career. And in that means I have to change my identity. Inside of changing my identity, that means I have to have a fourth quarter kick-ass in order to launch what my online authentic self would be. And in that, I need to work with what would people want to hear and listen. And I think this book can help me do that. But just by reading the book is not enough. What I do is I need to have groups of people that I can work with. Like, how are they listening? What are they doing with it? What are they improving? And all on the outside is like this little project could be all around as we work the book is like, how the hell do we have a fourth quarter kick ass? And, I'm really limited on my time, right? My time is expensive. I want a big return on what I'm working into. And I'm looking for a specific group of people that are after that specific goal and who are willing, whether they know how to do it or not. I think Henry Ford says it, right? Whether you know how to do it or not, you're right. And so, I don't know how to do that. Yeah. And so it's like, but I know my best ways. And it's like, but I know if I bring in other people's best ways and we each give ourselves the space to do whatever we need to with this book to line it up for that. It's like, that's part of a group that I want to be a part of. And it's like, I think we would learn something great from one another, but only if we can get out of our own stories, only if we can get out of our own way, only if we can recognize that we all have a scared self. And that scared self really does determine our behaviors, which determines our outcomes, so then it's like, how the hell do I get around that? How do I notice that? And it's like, how do I do that so I can have a fourth quarter kick ass? And it's like, that's the group that I'm looking for. And so I don't know if there's anyone out there that maybe that would want to include me in their group. Otherwise I guess I'll have to go create one and incur that cost. But if someone were to just pull me in, it's like, I could fit in and I could be how would I learn in this? How would I be a learner and not a judger in this group? Or anything. And how could we grow it and how could we expand it? And, man, I really wish I've been looking and I haven't been able to find a group, that is after that. I sure hope I find someone or a group.